He's probably going to deny it.
Okay. Do you want...
But I guess he feels bad. And my niece said, you hit him in the heart. He just had heart surgery.
The chicken beef or
and I guess he started crying. He said, I forgot all about that. Well, of course, when you're in a rage, you don't
the chicken.
Oh, shit.
I forgot all about that. Those are the words of a 17-year-old boy, sitting in a police station, after learning that the uncle he beat unconscious was in the hospital with a massive brain bleed. He forgot all about that. He forgot about the open heart surgery. He forgot about the thyroid problems. He forgot about the fact that the man he just wailed on had a chest scar that ran from his sternum to his ribs. But the medical examiner wouldn't forget. And neither would the jury. Before we go deeper into what the documents actually show, make sure you're subscribed to the Verdict Origin. Because we don't just cover the story, we follow the evidence. This is what happens when a denied sleepover becomes a death sentence. The setting is a Wisconsin apartment complex.
It's 8 p.m. at an apartment complex in Waukesha, Wisconsin, where police respond after one teen's alleged outburst over a denied sleepover is about to take a deadly turn.
Already on over sauce. So let me try to knock him out.
How's it behind you?
Can I help you?
We're just here to talk to Ronnie. I need to get a quick statement about something he was involved in a couple days ago.
Officers identify the suspect seen here as 17-year-old Ronnie Fuentes, whose alleged altercation with his uncle 4 days prior took a serious turn when the man's health suddenly declined.
8 o'clock at night. Police arrive after a report of an altercation. They're looking for 17-year-old Ronnie Fuentes. His uncle, 45-year-old Adam Thompson, is already in the hospital. The official incident report describes a confrontation. That's the bureaucratic word. The medical examiner would later use a different one: homicide. Here's the timeline. Sunday night, Ronnie wants a friend to stay over. Adam, the uncle, tells him no.
Now, we join other officers hours earlier as they catch up with Ronnie's uncle, identified as 45-year-old Adam Thompson, in the hospital.
What's your name, sir?
Adam.
Adam, Dan. Nice to meet you. Sorry to meet you like this, though. I know a little bit. Can you kind of fill us in what led up to this point?
My nephew thought to be...
He's having difficulty talking.
They briefed us on that, so we had nothing but time. Do you live with? Does he live with the nephew that did this?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, what he told me was Ronnie,
The nephew.
17.
He had a friend over, and his mom had told him that he can't sleep over, and then the last minute, it was time for him to go, and Adam had said he can't be staying overnight, and Ronnie slipped out. And
Okay. So Ronnie flipped out and he attacked you?
He stood up. He told me to shut my mouth, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that, and he said, you better, and I was like, or what? And he stood up, punched him in the face. I punched him, something fence.
The mother had already said no, so Ronnie flips out. He tells Adam to shut his mouth. Adam says he won't. Ronnie says, you better. Adam says, or what? And then Ronnie punches him in the face. Not once, not twice, he goes ham. As the victim later described it, he hits him in the back. He hits him in the head. He hits him in the jaw. He hits him in the chest. The chest where Adam had open heart surgery just a few months earlier.
He hit you in the back,
Yeah.
hit you in the head, hit you in the jaw.
Yeah.
He just wailed on him
And chest.
in chest.
And I just had open heart surgery in April.
In April?
And now he has a brain bleed.
Adam says he did not seek immediate medical attention following the alleged attack, but in the days that followed, multiple concerning symptoms arose, leading to his hospitalization and discovery of a brain bleed.
It happened Sunday. He complained about a migraine, really bad headache.
Monday.
And then he told his mom about this incident on Monday, and that's when he said he had a headache. And then what happened?
She talked to him, talked to her this morning.
I had a headache.
He's like, Adam, what's going on? It sounds like you
He couldn't talk.
And she's like, I'm on my way. And she brought him up here, and he supposedly had a seizure because of the brain bleed.
11 days after this interview, Adam died following a surgery to alleviate swelling on his brain, after the 45-year-old's health continued to decline, according to an incident report. A medical examiner would later rule the death a homicide, concluding that Adam died from complications of a head injury and blunt force trauma, noting the victim's pre-existing conditions as contributing factors.
He's had open heart surgery.
Ronnie doesn't stop. He wails on him until the fight is over. Then he stands over his uncle and says, in front of his friend,
My sister had already told him no.
For the kid to sleep over.
And
Right.
he's just going to be bringing it on himself to
Just have him do it anyway.
yes, and man, why? What bring me to say is that, and to let him know that it's
That's why he told Ronnie that he is not allowed to have him sleep over. Because his mom already told him no.
Okay.
Well, after he started hitting him and pounding on him, he actually was cool in front of his friend. So it was like,
"See, Adam, I can take you down." He forgot all about that. 4 days pass, Adam doesn't go to the hospital. He complains about a migraine. He has trouble speaking. Then he has a seizure. His mother brings him in. Doctors find a brain bleed, they operate. 11 days after the interview with police, Adam dies. The medical examiner rules it a homicide. The cause, complications of a head injury and blunt force trauma. The contributing factors, pre-existing conditions, open heart surgery, thyroid problems. A man who was already medically fragile was beaten by a teenager who outweighed him. And this isn't the teen's first encounter with the law. Court records show Ronnie had an open case at the time of the attack.
Ronnie declines to speak further and ends the interview. But back with the victim and other family members, we learn this isn't exactly the teen's first rodeo with the law.
we can't keep letting the kid get away with doing this stuff.
He has a case out there.
Oh, he's about to have another one.
Yeah.
Because
He almost killed him.
the fact that you guys live together, whether you want to press charges or not,
I want to.
okay, even if you didn't, we were going to go arrest him.
Thank you.
So,
He has a history, and apparently he has been ordered to go for anger management.
okay.
In September 2024, court records show Ronnie was charged with criminal property damage in a case that was pending at the time of the alleged attack against his
Criminal property damage. He'd been ordered to anger management back in September of 2024. That charge was still pending when he punched his uncle in the chest. At the booking desk, an officer realizes the mistake.
Oh, so this is just like so I can like go. I just make sure I don't go in contact with him for 2 hours.
So you do have to see a judge on this one. You're under arrest for aggravated battery because of the level of his injuries. So
Who's battery?
like causing pain to somebody else is battery. So Yeah, I do have to take you to jail tonight. You're gonna see a judge right away tomorrow, though, and then it's literally.
I gotta add a bail jump. Because he forgot about the case. He forgot about the restraining order. He forgot about the fact that you're not supposed to commit new crimes when you're out on bail. He forgot all about that. Now here's the ticking clock moment. What happens when a 17-year-old says he forgot about a man's open heart surgery? What happens when the law treats an act of violence as a domestic incident? Because the victim lived in the same house. What happens when a brain bleed doesn't show up for 4 days? This isn't a political scandal. This is a question of consequence, and the answer comes from...
Ronnie was initially charged with aggravated battery, but that charge was later upgraded to felony murder following his uncle's death. Court records show the now 18-year-old was found guilty by a jury and sentenced to 4 years behind bars, followed by an...
That charge was upgraded to felony murder after Adam died. The jury found him guilty. He was sentenced to 4 years behind bars, followed by an additional 4 years of extended supervision, 8 years total, 8 years for a life, 8 years for a man who had open heart surgery, who had thyroid problems, who was just trying to enforce a rule that a 17-year-old didn't like. Here's the document you need to look at. The medical examiner's report. It's a public record, filed with the county court. In that report, the examiner notes the victim's pre-existing conditions as contributing factors. But that's the part that should make you pause. Because if Adam Thompson hadn't had heart problems, if he hadn't had a weakened brain, would Ronnie Fuentes be serving 4 years instead of 8? Or would he be serving none at all? That's the question. That's the gap between what the law says and what actually happened. He forgot all about that. But the evidence doesn't forget. The brain bleed doesn't forget. The surgical scar doesn't forget. And neither should we. If this story reminded you that actions have consequences, hit like, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the VerdictOrigin. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next time we follow the evidence, because the only thing more dangerous than a punch is the silence that follows it.